Hello internets, Jesus loves you. My name's Cody, and this is the Christian News Show we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays with geeksundergrace.com. And first of all, happy 2016. Personally, I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a great year, especially since the first story we're going to talk about might be my favorite story of 2016. Already out the gate. We'll see. There might be better ones down the road, but this is amazing. So we're going to North Carolina. There is this church having a church service, and a man walks in with a gun in one hand and a clip in the other. And so Pastor Awesome Larry Wright, he's a 57-year-old ex-soldier, comes up to the man and he goes, "Hey, do you need something?" The gunman then says, I could actually use a little bit of prayer. So this pastor prays with the gunman and then asks him if he could take the gun and the bullets away. He then sits the man down in the front of the sanctuary, goes on with his sermon, which is about senseless violence, and then does an altar call, to which the gunman then stood up and gave his life to Christ. So to recap, gunman walks into a church with every intention to shoot the place up, sits down, listens to a sermon, and ends up getting saved. And that is what Jesus is all about. It's just stuff like this that makes me glad to be a part of all of it, a part of advancing God's kingdom. Next up, just some good news coming from a study about teenagers. There's been a real worry about millennials because they have been declining, not being nearly as Christian as the generations before them. And so fixing that issue lies within the generations that come after. But it seems like we're pretty good because 89% of teenagers believe that the Bible is either sacred or holy. 41% of teenagers believe that the Bible contains everything you need to know about living a meaningful life, which isn't amazing, but that's still a pretty high number. 44% of teenagers believe that it has way too little of influence on American society and then it needs to influence the United States even more. And 38% said that the word inspired best defines the Bible in one word. And admittedly, these numbers kind of fluctuate between study and study. I try to give you guys all of them that I see that I think are really important and impactful. But to see that we are not on a steady decline is definitely a good thing. And from that, we go on to the final story of the day, which I wasn't going to talk about because I didn't think it was that big of a deal until I really thought about it. So we go to Nigeria. There is this businessman who built what he claims to be the biggest statue of Jesus in the entire African continent. It's made of marble, weighs 40 tons, and is 30 feet tall. And at first, I just kind of thought, it's a statue. It's not really that big of a deal. I really don't like religious statues that much because I always worry of people worshiping the statue instead of the actual being. Not like imminently, but just kind of in general, I'm not super enthused by them for any particular reason. But I started thinking about the location of the statue, and I think that's where the importance lies. It's in Nigeria, where they have Boko Haram trying to destroy Christianity. And I'm sure there have been many times that Boko Haram has felt victorious and that they are wiping out Christianity, and then you get this 30-foot statue of Jesus staring back at you to remind Boko Haram that no matter what you do, Christians will not fall. Our God is for us, and therefore nothing will stop us. And when you start to forget that, we will do our best to make it as obvious as possible that we still stand. I almost have no doubt that this statue probably has a giant target on its back for Boko Haram, but let them worry about this statue while Christians gather and pray together and worship and love the people that need it in their communities. I don't know, I just think the statue is really empowering because of the location that it's in. I don't know. When you tear us down, we get stronger. It's our weakest places that we go and put churches up. Question of the day, do you think that this statue is empowering, as I obviously do, or do you think that it's a waste of money? Because I could see the other side of this being that as well. This money could have been put towards communities. Instead, they built a giant marble statue. I want to know what you guys have to say about that, because I could definitely see an argument against it. So please leave your comment in the comment section down below with your answer. Make sure you check out geeksundergrace.com for more geeky content. My name is Cody Armour, bring you Christian news in a not so boring kind of way every Tuesday and Thursday. In closing, let the haters hate, let the Christians pray, and to everybody like to subscribe. I will see you later, and God bless.